Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Imperator Rome, where we are playing as Rome. And in the last session, we went through the Pearl of Italia mission tree, which was basically focusing on building Rome itself up. So Rome is now a metropolis with a huge population capacity of 104. It's really becoming quite a wealthy and powerful province. How are we actually doing for food surplus? Plus 45. Okay, we still have enough. So we have spent some time really building up the region, increasing our income, increasing our manpower, and all of the other metrics of power. Then we have a couple of things that we are now going to do. So the first thing we did is we switched to the Cisalpine Gaul mission tree. So actually my introduction to this was wrong. Usually I post up a snippet of like, this is what we did last time with my going live notice. I couldn't actually remember what the mission was. I thought it was going after the island, but no, actually we voted for Cisalpine Gaul. So that is what we're going to go for first. So we need to do the land grants in Senonia, and we should be able to actually make our way through a lot of this very quickly because we already own it. I didn't realise that I wasn't supposed to push north further than I already had. So we're technically ahead of schedule, but we should be able to make this up pretty quickly and then switch to the next thing. So this task will be completed on the 17th of January. Roman freemen will settle in owned Gallic territories in Armenium. Rome gains claims in the province of Aemilia, which we already own. We already started that last time. That little bar is progressing, so that's going to finish next January, so 6 months. Then we can work on these ones, and I think actually the only province we don't have, which we're going to need, is these two. So we'll probably be going to war with them at some point, but I'll wait until that actually comes up in the overview. In the meantime, I think I'm going to continue building Rome up, well, building Italy up by getting more of the mines and farming settlements up and running so that we can get those surpluses going. We have quite a few places where this could definitely happen. And then farming settlements we also want to have going here. And that is going to be good for now. We are also missing one of our special families. We've got green, we've got yellow, we've got blue, so we're missing red. That would be you. Boop. Alright, so everyone is pretty loyal at the moment. In fact, 2 of these guys are completely loyal, which is a nice thing to see. And then our current ruler, Hostus Claudius Caecus, 69 years old. He is the consul. He is not terrible. Well, no, he's pretty bad. A 1 in military and a 1 in civics. I mean, actually, this is one of the most balanced partnerships we've had so far. Like, he's good at 2 things, he's good at the other 2 things. That's teamwork right there. I'm doing great, enjoying the scheming. Good stuff. Hey Charles Ans. I had a nightmare playing this game. I was Rome and it was 7:15. And didn't conquer as I was supposed to. I mean, that's the thing that's nice about these sandboxes is there is no supposed to. Play the game your way, do what you want to do. Like, these are basically sandboxes. I do like the missions because they give you a little bit of direction and they're not just conquer this, conquer this, conquer this, like in EU4. These ones actually have a bit more to it. It's like, if you do this mission, then we will help you Romanizing this territory. You don't have to. The other thing, which I think actually makes the mission system in this even better, is it gives you choices for those missions. I actually think that's genius. Something which I hadn't really remarked on before because it hadn't really occurred to me. But the fact that it lets you choose what those missions are is really good, rather than just saying, this is your path. Do it. Instead, you can go like, okay, we're going to build a fairly tall Rome. Therefore, we'll focus on the building up Rome missions. Alright, now we're going to try and maybe get into a war with Carthage. Alright, we'll do the Carthage missions. Or we're going to push north into the Cisalpine Gallic region. Alright, well then we'll do those missions. It would be a hell of a lot of work seeing that type of thing for Europa Universalis, but I would like to, like having a mission tree, for example, as Aragon, saying, okay, I'm going to push east or I'm going to push west. I'm going to try and form Spain or I'm not going to try and form Spain. Having that kind of decision and that type of choice, I think, is really important. I think that might actually be one of my major sticking points with the mission system in EU4. It's so freaking linear. That's a reason monarchies are really good, being able to pick a consort to complete the character. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to play as a monarchy at some point. I do think that the government form in general is a heck of a lot better than the Republic. I'm not particularly impressed by the Republic stuff. Burgon, coming in with a 7-month resubscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there. Thank you. What's the best gift? A broken drum. It's unbeatable. I mean, you're not wrong. One example of choice I can think of in EU4 is with Castile Spain. You can choose to become emperor or dismantle the empire. I mean, the later mission trees, they've added a few. Huzzah! But for the most part, it's just conquer this, conquer this, conquer this. Okay, build a silver mine, conquer this, conquer this. That's one of the things that I like about the Anbenar mission tree is, yeah, there's like a conquest line, which is kind of makes sense for the stuff around you. And then there's also like the building up your provinces line, which is gain production, build manufactories, increase your trade income. That stuff makes sense. I do wish that it wasn't so linear, though. Like, if you want to go and conquer this stuff, then give you a mission to do that conquest. Maybe. Difficult to balance, though, especially as it gives you free claims. Maybe that's it. Maybe it just shouldn't give you free claims. It should give you a reward for doing the conquest, but not help you do it. It should just say, okay, well, you're going to need to sort out the fabrications and stuff yourself. But if you do manage to take this area, then you'll get a buff of, like, moving your people into this region, bringing with them their industrial expertise, and then the production gets a dev bonus or something. Okay, so... oh man, I need a drink. Anything I don't like in Imperator Rome, the character interactions and how shallow they are compared to the CK series. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we just haven't done anything with the Republic, is because we absolutely don't have to. If we were playing as a monarchy where it's more about your dynasty and you're keeping power, I think that there would be more character interaction, but beyond keeping these guys loyal, like, I don't really care. I think you could do more character interaction. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of playing this in the same way that I do CK3. I don't do that much character interaction in CK. It's like, education. Yeah, that's it. Marry you off every now and then. Beyond that, don't really care. But that's just how I play these games. I play everything like EU4. I play it like strategic. EU4 macro builder is awesome. The macro builder in this, kind of useless. Like the fact is like, okay, I want to build a bunch of mines, so I can't click on it because I don't have the money, but it doesn't actually tell you, A, what products are in those provinces. That's so unhelpful. Like, why am I building a mine in a, like, stone quarry versus a gold mine? Which one would I focus? I know, definitely the stone mine. Actually, I probably would, because it comes with construction cost reduction. But still, being able to see that type of thing is... why not? And then, same thing with the farming settlements. Like, am I going to want to develop my grain provinces when I'm starving? Or do I want to develop my, I don't know, hemp provinces? Give me that information. Tell me what the population of those provinces are. Tell me how many slaves there are, so I can see if this is actually going to make a difference to the output. Like, it doesn't tell you any of that stuff. The macro builder in this really is far too simplistic. Land grants in Sinonia. Many Gallic tribesmen fled Armenium to neighbouring tribes in the north. Regain popularity. Roman freemen will move into the Gallic dominant territories of Armenium. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we can make it like go even more further by spending money. Population happiness goes down, but it converts and assimilates quicker. And we are doing full-on assimilation, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel one of these, which gives me my money back. And then we're going to do the encourage growth. Rome can do another import. We still need a second source of wood. But apparently that doesn't exist. What else? Earthenware. Which is here. Freeman output, or national Freeman output. Yeah, that would be quite nice. Nope. Oh man, I can't wait for the new UI where it actually shows you what you can actually import. Horses, I don't use heavy cavalry, so that's a bit irrelevant. Oh, we could actually get furs. Hold on, what do furs do? Local tribesman happiness. We don't have tribesmen. Olives. Do we have olives here? I think we do. Wait, we don't have olives here? Oh, let's get some olives. No, we didn't. Huh. That would explain why my slaves are always so pissed off in this place. Other than the fact that they're slaves. Okay. Dacian regional power of Trebalias. Stop telling me wood. Brilliant. And we have disloyal province here in that place. Transpadana. But it's loyal enough. They'll start improving eventually. Especially as we get through the Cisalpine Gallic things and Romanize everyone. Part of the problem with the north at the moment is they're not very Roman. The little-known city of Thurii has been gathering quite a reputation as a hub of free trade. People from all origins are beginning to flock here in order to sell their wares on our land. So encourage the merchants, encourage growth, get a slave market, or gain population growth. Where is this? Here. So you are producing wine. You do have quite a few freemen. What is your population overview? It's supposed to have a really high ratio of freemen, actually. It has a really high ratio of slaves. I think I want to get more freemen here. They'll promote and demote as necessary anyway. Alright, so we have got money again, so I'm going to go to the macro builder and we're going to go ahead and build... Oh, it's 150. Price has got... Oh, hang on. Is that because I'm not getting stone? No, I am getting stone. What pops produce taxes? Citizens. No, slaves. Slaves are taxes. The settlement of Armenium has gone remarkably well, with many freeholders already established on their farmsteads. This is sure to help us control the old Sannonian territories and facilitate the integration of the area as Italic rather than a Gallic base. So we lose happiness, but we gain conversion and assimilation speed. 12 freemen moved to Armenium. And Gallic nations really dislike this. Oh, so this is going to be pissing off all of this. Interesting. Okay, and that is now done. So we can do the Padus Valley, which will let us build a colonia up here. Conquest of Aemilia. The Gauls have been pushed further from the boundary of Italia, and with a natural boundary at the River Padus, we now have a secure position from which to stage further incursions into Gaul. With newly conquered territory comes the inevitable parceling of land and the distribution of promises, but it is up to us to decide which township will become the Roman hub for the area. So, Bononia. Which is that one, is a forest. And I generally try to have the colonia in, like, open areas. It does produce furs, though, which is nice. Spenia, which is this one, which is a marsh. Okay, I don't think any of this is going to be a particularly nice area. Which does fish. The Apennine. Oh, sorry, Palma. Which is here, which is also forest, produces wood. And then fortify the upper Padus River is Placentia. Which is... I saw you earlier. There. Which is also forest, but this produces grain. Well, there is a crossing here, so having the provincial capital be where the crossing is could be good. At the moment it's Ferraria, which makes the most sense because it's a farmland. In fact, no it's not. It is actually currently in Bononia. So Bononia is the biggest population by a long way. By a really long way. And yeah, Constinius, you can just, as long as you ask, post the links to stuff. You don't need to post in the entire wiki page. People can read that for themselves. I appreciate the effort you're making, though. But yeah, please do ask for permission to post links. I'll almost always grant it if I know who you are, which I do. Okay, so here we go. I really kind of wish this was Ferraria. Why is Ferraria not an option? Okay, so Bononia was the fur producer. Furs are valuable, I think. Of course, we can't tell from that screen because that would be far too useful. Furs, what are furs worth? Furs are actually no, they're not. Grain is actually worth more money than furs. Huh. And they're good for tribesmen, which we don't care about anyway. So where was the other one? Spina. Running out of space to look around. Spina was fish. I mean, fish are useful, but this is a marsh. Population capacity minus 10. What about Parma? Forest is also minus 10. Civilization level minus 2. Civilization level minus 4. So forest is better than marsh. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards Parma. No, not Parma. Placentia. Because it's a grain producer and we can always do with a surplus of grain. Like that will always sell. But then again, keeping it in Bononia, that's where a massive chunk of this population is. And if we're being honest, this is about converting the population quickly. So I think we're going to say Bononia, which will instantly convert 9 people. Oh, but the others give us free cities. See, again, why is Ferraria not here? So, nice thing about Placentia is there is a river crossing here into Cremona. Although, that being said, it's not on the actual road. We can easily extend the road to here. Whereas Bononia is on the road already. That's got to be Bononia. Like, the population... the population here is high, but... I do like the idea of free cities, because we do want to have a big population. We're going to go with Placentia. Although, if we go with Placentia, you actually generate less grains. Maybe we... You know what? If we do Bononia... No, you're already a city. I was going to say the trade good may change. So Parma is currently wood. Problem is Parma is like the lowest population of them. Oh no, Spinia does. Parma does also control the pass here. Parma's actually a really important strategically location. Alright, we're doing Parma. Because I do like building walls on the provincial capitals. And that is also going to mean that I'm going to need to build a fortress here. And then I'm going to need to tear down the fortresses on these locations. Although actually Bononia I could probably... No, because it costs that. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. So Parma is going to be the fortress. Alright, so what's the next mission? The Northern Latins. which requires me to conquer this. So we now have the Casus Belli to go after that. And then the Italic Feudators, in fact all of these require that. So we're going to prepare for a war. Let's get the cohorts in position. And where's my siege cohort? There you are. We'll just send in the legions for this. Thought links get deleted immediately. It depends on the channel. Like, as long as you ask for permission here, usually you can do it. As long as it's not like self-promotion. If it's just linking to a wiki page because people have been asking questions, yeah, sure. Samuel, thank you very much for the 11-month primary subscription. Very much appreciate that. Are we in Berlin yet? Oops, wrong game in time. Yeah, not for another couple of 100 years. Voodoo Fabius Sophus has been becoming increasingly restless of late. He believes that his stature is deserving of a key role in our government. He has approached the Senate, insisting we bestow such a role upon him. Given his prominence, perhaps we should consider this carefully. He's actually quite good. 7335. Could use him to replace Drusus Claudius. Same skill level. Where is he? Oh, Vood. He's a different family. Shoot, I thought he was the red. I was looking at the wrong character. Alright, so who the hell is Voodoo? And yes, we can replace the red if we need to. He's got one extra. Alright, now looking at the actual names rather than the colours. He's not in this list. Alright, seriously, who is this person? He's a yellow. He's already a tribune. So what I need to do is remove him as a general, which is you. And then I need to go to the government, replace Drusus with Voodoo. There we go, that's done. And I did notice we actually have a couple of really good generals. Is there somebody that's going to be better than you? Yeah, Grugi is. And he's only 16. 10-5-7-3. Grugi is really good. And that guy was an independent as well. Okay. Bring me more taxes. And you'll have loads of time to increase statecraft as well. Sweet. And then in terms of the military, we do need to add another commander. And that could be Tertius. None of the families are pissed right now, right? 5, 4, 4, 4. No, they actually all have more people than they need. The number of available positions has gone down. That's interesting. In that case, no, Tertius not very loyal. Huzzah! Oh, you'd be a good naval commander. So would you. Sertor Junius Paulus. You're actually a siege commander. So who's currently in command of these guys? You don't have any abilities particularly. So I'm going to replace you with our siege guy. So Paulus is going to take command instead. Then our main combat general is the level 11. Yeah, this guy is amazing. Publius Fabius. Ah, and we can do another colony. Sweet. Make it happen. So we're slowly but surely getting Corsica colonised. Now, one thing I did forget to check is whether I actually have a claim on you already. I don't. So we need to go and sort that out. Which will take a little bit of time. In the meantime, we can be building some more mines. Okay, maybe not mines. What about farms? Prominent lawmaker has been assassinated. On the 24th of August 522, high-ranking Roman censor Tullus Mutius was brutally murdered in his home after an important senatorial debate. Tullus had been a fierce advocate for the rights of foreign minorities in Rome, going so far as to propose the formal extension of citizenship to all free men within the Roman borders. This rhetoric angered so many conservative senators who were desperate to conserve the ancient status quo. With no clear successor to the ideology of Tullus, his movement, widely popular amongst the lower classes, has ground to a halt. With growing unrest among the far-flung provinces, the Senate is expected to make a statement. Make a proclamation denouncing Murtian ideology. Gets pierced. Or ensure that it's passed, which increases the happiness of unintegrated, but may give us a civil war. Nope, we're going to denounce him for sure. Because we're assimilating everyone. We're not integrating. So we need a new censor. And actually Drusus Curtius is probably a good candidate for that, although I am seeing that he's kind of corrupt. Nefarious tendencies. Which isn't even a trait, so how are you getting that? Must have been like an event. He was probably the guy that murdered the previous one. Well, it succeeded, he got his job. Okay, so apparently we've really pissed off a number of the nations, or a number of provinces, with the fact that you're not Roman enough. Well, that just means that we're going to get a bunch of free slaves. So, it's a free conversion, turning tribesmen into slaves. It's fine. Oh, was it there? Ah. Why is that a separate thing to, you know, a trait? When not in a position of power, this character dreams only of acquiring it, using it for nefarious purposes. So is that now going to go away because he is in a position of power? Right. Well, we need to go and fight these guys, so let's send in the Sieging Legion. Sieging Cohort to go and deal with that, and then we'll bring you over here. Also going to turn the speed down a bit. Befitting stature. Voodoo is settling into his new role well. Whilst he is of the belief that it was only befitting a man of his stature, he's decided to show his gratitude by offering a small donation to the state. Oh, that's nice. Ain't that nice? I think that's nice.